Okay, I'm here with Senator Jeff Sessions at the little event for immigration, the reception, I should say. Senator, pleasure to have you here tonight.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
Now, you're here this is an immigration event, and I've always thought that the immigration debate is interesting in the sense that it's the only issue where we seem to be debating whether or not to enforce laws that are already on the books. We don't do that in terms of the gun laws. We don't do that in terms of the fair housing laws. How is it that we do that with our immigration laws?
It is just unbelievable, really, the extent to which this government is neutering, eliminating laws on the books by just not enforcing them. It got so bad that several years ago, the ICE officers sued their supervisors in federal court, claiming that they were being forced to violate their oath by not following the law to arrest and deport people. So it's really been a devastating thing to the morale of the officers and to our effectiveness as a nation. We believe in good and fair and decent immigration laws and procedures, but that means that we follow the laws that we have.
Now, obviously, regardless of the problems that we have here in America, America is a destination where people, like my grandparents who came from Sicily, decided to come to, and where people are still coming to. What is it about America that, despite problems that we have internally, still draws people?
Well, there are a lot of things. There's some economic opportunity, but a lot of that is based on safety and public order, and protection of your property and your legal interest can be defended in court. And I do think it's a danger to our entire system, not just immigration. When we have a lawlessness like this occur, it can begin to erode into other aspects of our legal system. But I do think the protection the American legal system provides is a real attraction to people who live in situations where that's not so.
Now, in the Senate, what are the steps that you are taking as a senator? And of course, it's always hard to ask this question in an election year, to advance positive immigration for the country while discouraging illegal immigration?
Well, the goal we should have is a legal immigration system that protects the national interest. The immigration system is not focused on what would benefit people throughout the world who would like to come here. It should be focused on the interest of the United States primarily, because we want to give protection to those who are entitled to come and be here lawfully. But I do think you need to analyze it carefully. Is this in the national interest? And so a generous immigration policy is in the national interest, but it should not be so large that it overwhelms the ability of the country to absorb the immigrants, and that so large that the immigrants themselves can't prosper. It also needs to bring the kind of talent and people with education and skill levels that will flourish in the country and not struggle in the country.
And one final question, although this is slightly off. You were an early endorser of Donald Trump, and I did a lot of interviews in the New Hampshire area. A lot of people, the average voter, liked Donald Trump, and of course, a lot of people did not expect him to win the nomination. What did you see that a lot of other people did not see? What did you recognize that other people did not?
Donald Trump was focused on the fact that middle America is not doing well. Their economic